Hello, to make our Christmas tree today you are going to need green and yellow yarn, an E-hook, 12mm safety eyes, scissors, a yarn needle, fiber fill, a stitch marker, and optional acrylic paints and paintbrush if you would like to paint some ornament on at the end. To start round 1, you are going to start with a magic ring. Alright, round 1 will be 4 single crochet in your magic ring. Pull your string tight so that closes the hole, and so you'll have 4 single crochet, and then to start round 2 we are going to increase in the first stitch, and then single crochet in the next, and then repeat that. Increase, and then 1 single crochet in that last stitch. Okay, at this point I just kind of poke that top up since we're making a cone shape. And for round 3 we're going to repeat round 2. So increase in the first stitch, single crochet in the next, increase, single crochet, and then repeat that one more time. So you will have 9 stitches at the end of round 3. Okay, at this point I'm going to go ahead and cut off that extra string hanging out of the middle there. And I'm also going to grab my stitch marker at this point to help me keep track of the end of my rows, or rounds I should say. So for round 4 we are just going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch around. And again for round 4 you will have 9 stitches completed. So for round 5 we are going to increase in the first stitch, and then you will put 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So increase and then single crochet in the next 2, and repeat that around until you have 12 stitches at the end of round 5. Okay, and for round 6 we are just going to be putting 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and you will have a total of 12 single crochet at the end of round 6. For round 7 we will be working in the front loop only. So for the first stitch we're just going to put 1 single crochet in that very first front loop, and then we're going to do a popcorn stitch. So to do this you're going to put 4 half double crochet in that very next stitch. Okay, and once you have your 4 half double crochet, you're going to take your hook out and you're going to insert it back in that first half double crochet you made. Insert it in your loop and then slip stitch. After that, you're going to chain 1, and then you will single crochet in your next stitch like normal in the front loop only. So I'll go over the popcorn stitch with you one more time. So in the next stitch, you're going to put 4 half double crochet, okay, and then you will take your hook out, insert it in the first half double crochet you made, insert it in your loop, and then slip stitch, chain 1, and then continue on. So you will do 1 single crochet and then the popcorn stitch in the next. Alright, and that finishes off round 7. You will have 6 popcorn stitches for this round, and this is what it should look like. To start round 8, we are going to increase in the very first stitch and just work in these stitches like you normally would a normal round. So increase in that very first one. And then you're going to single crochet, 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Alright, and then just repeat that 2 more times. So increase in the next, and then single crochet in the next 3 after that. Okay, and for the end of round 8, you will have 15 stitches. So for round 9, we're going to stagger our increases a bit so they don't end up in the same spot in every round. So you're going to start out with single crocheting 1 in each of the first 2 stitches. So single crochet, then you're going to increase in that 3rd stitch. After that, you're going to do single crochet in the next 4 stitches. Okay, and then increase again. Then single crochet over the next 4 stitches again. And then to end, you're going to do an increase and then single crochet in the last 2 stitches. And for the end of round 9, you have 18 completed stitches. Alright, to start round 10, you are going to increase in the first stitch. And then you will single crochet in the next 5. And you're going to repeat that 2 more times around. So increase and then single crochet in the next 5. At the end of round 10, you should have 21 completed stitches. Alright, round 11 we are going to do in the front loop again, and this will be another popcorn stitch round. So we're going to put a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and again that's in the front loop only. So a single crochet and then another single crochet, and then we will do the popcorn stitch in that 3rd stitch. So again you're going to put 4 half double crochet in the 1 stitch, then you will remove your hook, insert it in that first half double crochet and in your loop, slip stitch, and then chain 1, and then you'll move on and do 2 more single crochet over the next 2, and then the popcorn in the 3rd stitch, and just repeat that all the way around. Now if at any point I'm going too fast for you, feel free to pause your video and catch up, and then we'll move on to the next round together. Alright, and that finishes off round 11, and you will have 7 popcorn stitches after this round. So we can move on now to round 12. Alright, for round 12 we are going to start with single crocheting in the first 3 stitches. Then we are going to increase in that 4th stitch. After your increase, you are going to single crochet over the next 6 stitches. And then you'll repeat that again, so increase and then single crochet over the next 6 stitches. And then to finish it off, you are going to increase again, and then you'll single crochet in the last 3 stitches, and you should have 24 stitches at the end of round 12. Okay, for round 13, you are going to increase in the first stitch and then single crochet over the next 7 stitches, and you will repeat that 2 more times. At the end of round 13 you will have 27 stitches. Okay, we are going to start round 14 off with 4 single crochet. Then you will increase in that 5th stitch, 8 single crochet, increase again, and then 8 more single crochet. And at the end you will increase and then single crochet in the last 4 stitches, and you will have 30 stitches at the end of round 14. Okay, to start round 15 you are going to increase in the first stitch, and then single crochet over the next 9 stitches, and again you will repeat that 2 more times, so increase and then single crochet over the next 9. At the end of round 15 you will have 33 stitches completed. All right, for round 16, we are going to start with 5 single crochet. And then you will increase in the next. After that, you're going to do 10 single crochet. All right, after your 10, you're going to increase again and then do another 10 single crochet. Once those 10 are complete, you are going to increase one more time and then single crochet over the last 5 stitches. All right, after round 16, you'll have 36 stitches. After this, we only have one more round to go, and then we will put our eyes in. Round 17 will be our last round, and it will be another popcorn round. So we're going to single crochet in the front loop only in the first 2 stitches. Then we're going to put a popcorn stitch in the 3rd stitch. And you will be repeating that pattern around. So 2 single crochet and then popcorn stitch in the 3rd stitch all the way around. And then at the end of round 17, you will have 36 stitches completed. All right, and this last popcorn stitch will finish off round 17. And then we are going to finish off this main piece of our tree. So do your chain 1 and then slip stitch in that very first stitch we started with. All right, go ahead and cut your yarn. Okay, and then pull that closed. Grab your yarn needle. And then we're going to weave in that end. Alright, and this is what the main part looks like. We're going to put our safety eyes in, and these are 12mm safety eyes. You're going to place them about 3 rows up from the bottom with about 3 visible stitches between each one. And it should look like this. And then you'll go ahead and put the backs on your safety eyes. Okay, we're going to make our base for our tree, so start with a magic ring. And for round 1, we are going to put 6 single crochet into our magic ring. For round 2, we are going to increase in each of those 6 stitches we just made. So 2 single crochet in each stitch around, and after round 2 you will have 12 completed stitches. Alright, grab your stitch marker, and for round 3 we're going to put a single crochet in the first stitch and increase in the next, and you'll just repeat that pattern around. So 1 single crochet and then increase. At the end of round 3 you will have 18 stitches complete. Alright, for round 4 we're going to start with 1 single crochet in the first, increase in the second, then we're going to do 2 single crochet and increase, 2 single crochet and increase. Keep doing this around until you get to the last 2 stitches. Alright, and for the last 2 stitches you will put 1 increase and then 1 single crochet in the last stitch. Alright, and for the next round, which will be round 5, you're going to put 3 single crochet and then increase in the next. And you'll repeat that pattern around to the end. So 3 single crochet and increase. All right, for the very last round, we're going to start with 2 single crochet, then increase in the 3rd stitch, then you're going to do 4 single crochet. After that 4, you're going to repeat an increase and 4 single crochet around until you get to the last 3 stitches. All right, for these last 3 stitches, you're going to do an increase, and then in the last 2 stitches, you will put 1 single crochet. Okay, at this point we are finished with our base, so we're going to slip stitch in that very next stitch, and then you're going to cut your tail fairly long because we're going to use it to sew it onto the bottom of the tree. All right, so pull that through your loop, and then I go ahead and snip off that middle tail there, get that out of the way. So now we're going to stuff our tree. So I just stuff it about halfway at first. After, or as we're putting on the base, you can stuff it more as you go around and close that up. So at this point, you're just going to grab your yarn needle, and then I use the back loops of the base and the tree and just sew around the edge until it's completely on, adding more stuffing as needed before you close it up. Okay, as I'm finishing up here, I'm going to stuff a little bit more stuffing in there. You don't want to stuff it too much or it will not sit flat, so you want just a little bit for the top part. So go ahead and add your extra stuffing if needed, and then go ahead and finish up sewing around, and then weave in the end when you're finished. Okay, and cut that end off, and this is what your tree looks like so far. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit subscribe. Also hit the like button and the bell icon, that way you will get notified when new videos are available. Alright, grab your yellow yarn, and we are going to start with a magic ring. And in this magic ring we are going to put 10 single crochet. Alright, pull your tail there and close up that circle, and on this, because there's 10, you're going to have to pull pretty tight to get it closed, and then you're going to slip stitch to that very first single crochet that you made. Okay, and I go ahead and chain 1 at that point, and then in that same stitch you're going to do a double crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch into the same stitch as well. And that's going to make our first point. So now we're going to slip stitch in that very next stitch. Okay, and for the second point, slip stitch again into the next stitch. And then double crochet in that same stitch. And then slip stitch again into the same stitch, and then slip stitch again into the next stitch. And you're going to repeat that pattern around until you have 5 points made for your star. Okay, after you have finished the last point there, go ahead and do that last slip stitch, and then we will finish this off. So cut a long tail for sewing. Go ahead and pull that through your loop, and then again I go ahead and pull the back loop pretty tight again, because it can become loose. You can weave that in too, but if you get it tight enough, I just cut it off. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our yarn needle, and we will sew our star to the very top of our tree. Alright, cut off that tail and then your tree is finished. If you would like to paint ornaments on, stay tuned and I'll show you how I do that. Alright, so I just put some paint on the end of a paintbrush and just dab on little dots. For this one I'm just going to use some gold and silver, but the last one I did I used a bunch of different colors, so you can kind of play around with that and have fun with the colors you use if you would like to paint on ornaments. Alright, once your paint dries, your little tree is finished, and I just want to say thank you for watching and creating with me, and stay tuned for more Christmas videos. I just wanted to give a real quick shout out to my daughter over at Purple Emu Studios on Etsy and YouTube. She makes watercolor bookmarks for all occasions, and she's very talented. If you want to go check her out, I will put her link to her YouTube channel and to her Etsy site in the descriptions below, so you can go take a look at all of her creations. Again, I want to thank you for watching the video, and I will see you next time.